My name is Chief Obialo Ojegbe from Amaedukwu in Bende local government area of Abia State, Nigeria. Okay, the IZA-AHIA festival is a biannual festival celebrated by the people of Amaedukwu. Amaedukwu is a chauvinistic patronymic, in the sense that this festival is celebrated only by the men. The women do not participate in the celebration and the dancing that is involved. It's only the men that do it. The participation of the women is limited to providing entertainment and food in the house during the festival period. The festival started long before a memorial. We grew up to get to know participate in the festival. I really can't tell you the origin, but the IZA-AHIA festival is one of its kind in the whole of Nkpa and perhaps Bende local government. It is the only festival that no woman is allowed to participate, particularly within the Nkpa community. And it is only celebrated within Amaedukwu. Nkpa is made up of 11 communities, and all the other 10 communities have a festival they celebrate every 2 years. And it's only Amaedukwu that is left to have the next 2 years to celebrate they have their own celebration. And no other village in Nkpa participates in that celebration with Amaedukwu. The festival is celebrated over a period of 7 days, from the first day to the last day. And it involves the participation of several masquerades. You know, from the very aggressive Okatu, which is the flagship. You know, with the black masquerade, tall black masquerade with a horn and a knife in his hand. It is the opening masquerade that comes out for the very first time to ensure that there is no danger in the area, and then before the other masquerades are allowed to come in or come out and to dance. The Okatun, the Atumpi, as it's called, is the first one that comes out. And after the Atumpi, then there is several other masquerades, like the Obalelu, the Onyotoku, and so on. The Onyotoku is a one-legged, supposedly deformed, one-legged, physically challenged masquerade that is used to show the importance of physically challenged people to participate in the festival. We have a market square where these 2 market squares actually, where this festival is displayed. We have Orioji, which is the main market square that we share with our brothers from Amaedukwu. And then we have the Amaedukwu. Now, on the first day of the festival, the whole participants, ranging from the aged to the children, children who are of age to stay online, dance from Amaedukwu to Orioji, dance around the market square, and come back to Amaedukwu. And then 1 or 2 masquerades are displayed on that first day, and that will be the end. Then the next day of the festival is celebrated mostly within the Amaedukwu area. Nobody goes to the main market square Orioji to dance on that second day. And that second day is where all the masquerades are displayed. they come out. They one after they come out one after the other to dance, and then after the second day, the third day too. Most of the adults will allow the third day is like a training day for younger generation to also get to know what is done. So they are allowed to be the one to do the masquerade display of the third day. Most adults do not participate. Then after that third day, there is a small gap of 3 or 4 days. Then the last day of the festival is celebrated, which is called IZA-AHIA. That IZA-AHIA is understood to mean that that is the day the community goes to clean up and clean up the market. It's not cleaning in the sense of sweeping and not on this, but of the last day of the festival, and then after that day, the market, the festival is closed until 2 years after that.
So, within the festival, there are a couple of instruments and drum beats that are played. So, can you give an explanation of what those instruments are, what their names are, what they
Okay. Like I explained earlier, there are several masquerades that are celebrated on the day of IZA-AHIA. The Atumpi, the Okatu, as it's called, they call it Okatu, that is the masculine masquerade. That is the literal interpretation of Okatu, the masculine masquerade. Atumpi, that is Atumpi, is interpreted the masquerade that with the horn. It has its own peculiar rhythm that is given to it to dance. That rhythm is aggressive, is to a bystander or to a non-initiate. You really cannot coordinate. You may not be able to understand what is being said, but the indigenes of Amaedukwu and the other initiates who listen to that drum beat understands it. It's aggressive, it's harsh, and the masquerade understands it and it displays according to how the beating goes. You know, so there are that drum beat is called nkpa. That is 5 drums. You know, there are 5 different kinds of drums. One is called the nkpa, the nkwanta, and the ogele, and the oyo. You know, so but the drums are 5. The smaller drums are 5 in number, supported by the ogele, the oyo, and the other instrument that is displayed. So that is what is used to make the music for the okatu or the atumpi, which is the aggressive opener of the ground. Then after that, there's another set of drums, you know, that is used to make music for the more senior masquerades. There are more glamorous masquerades like the Obalelu, the Okepe. The Okepe is a very beautiful, glamorous, but highly spiritual masquerade. It doesn't come out anyhow. It doesn't come out just any time. But when it does come out, you know, it is usually guided by very elderly gentlemen in the community, and it has its own beautiful long drums that they use to make music. And the music it dances to is very sweet. You know, you can actually most people can actually identify and dance along with it. Then there is the Obalelu. Obalelu is the masquerade that is has a very long stick as his leg, a very high stick as his leg, and then it actually towers above everybody, and he has his own special kind of beating and drums that is also used to make music for the Waleni. Then they have a very funny one. They call it the Nemu. The Nemu is displayed as a pregnant woman. It comes out as a pregnant woman, but with a long stick that looks like a prick, and women particularly love the Nemu because the Nemu knows how to dance. It dances very pretty well, and then people like to watch it dance and run around. Then you have others. You have a smaller other like the Onyotoku too. The Onyotoku has its own. Each of these masquerades have their own peculiar sound of music that they dance to. So whenever each one of them come out, they change to the kind of music that they dances to, and the masquerade will immediately identify with that music and then begin to display.
Rules that they are going to follow there. So there are a couple of rules that they from the beginning, first day until the last day, they are meant to adhere to. So what are the rules?
And the most important rules, is one, that particularly uninitiated people and women are not allowed to come close to the masquerades. They're not allowed to come close to the masquerade when they go on dancing. It's only the initiates and then elders that are allowed to interact with the masquerade. And there are particularly some very aggressive masquerade like the Atumpi and the Ebi. The Ebi is a peculiar kind of masquerade. The Ebi is a very feared masquerade because it comes out with a human head and a knife, and it is only the initiated and the elders that goes to it, because the way the Ebi dances, it has a very sharp, long knife they call abaraja, and that abaraja is used to greet the members, the initiates and members of the IZA-AHIA cult. As it goes along, it will be exchanging greetings with all of them. So children and women are not strictly instructed not to come close to the masquerades for fear of being wounded or being hurt in one way or the other. And then even before the dances begin, there are arrangements that are made for people for spectator stands and the dancing area and all that. So that to avoid the place being rowdy, and they have some masquerades they call keremoto or something that are charged to the traditional name is Ohiapiampiam. The name of the masquerade is Ohiapiampiam. Ohiapiampiam is interpreted to mean the one that flogs people. The duty of the Ohiapiampiam is to keep law and order, to make sure that people don't into the dancing area and vice versa, and then it guides the order of the festival. But basically, it's a festival. People dance, people make merry, people just run around the whole place. But there are no what do you call rules and regulations that people are usually held accountable for. It's difficult to see someone that is arrested or beaten for running, but generally, the people maintain order. The Ekpe castle, that is the symbol of the IZA-AHIA festival. That castle, once that castle comes out, it signifies the beginning of the festival. It comes out the night before the first day. The elders of the community will go to their usual inner circle and do what they have to do and build the castle. And by the morning, when people are waking up, the castle will already have been in place. That castle is a living castle, living in quotes, because it interacts with members of the castle life, and they greet the spirit, and the spirit answers them from inside the castle. That is what is purported to be. People from outside are uninitiated, watching in awe how the spirit is able to answer from the castle when it is called upon, when it is greeted. But the members of the castle know what goes on and how the spirit comes to be alive inside the castle. And that castle is built of judge wrappers, which the women usually refer to as judge. The judge that is used to build the castle are hundreds of years old. They are very, very old wrappers that come from hundreds of years ago. And every year they are still new. They are never washed, they look brand new. Each year they are brought out and is used to build the castle. And that castle, the day the castle goes away, it also signifies the end of the festival. The castle remains in place all through the celebration from the first day to the IZA-AHIA, which is the last day. Okay. Now that judge wrapper is also the same kind of judge that every participant in the festival is required to wear. The men tie the wrapper as if they were women. Usually in the olden days they don't wear anything on top, but this in recent times people wear the shago dress on top and then tie the wrapper as if they were women. And that wrapper signifies every male in the community, every male participating in the festival, both young and old, are required to tie that wrapper. And there are also some other paraphernalia that are used during the festival, like the big gong, the bell. That bell is some two young men are appointed to carry the bell on their shoulder and walk around the entire village, hitting the bell. And the significance of that, really, I'm not qualified to say, but the stories have it that they talk to the spirit as they walk about. And there's another individual that is also appointed by the elders to carry a local basket called the abo. In that abo, they put in some other issues, other things like yam and harvest and all that, and other gifts received, orgy and so on. They put them inside that basket, and a young man is appointed to carry that basket around during the festival, during all through the time. The masquerades will be dancing, and then he's dressed in a particular way, that make people give way as he's coming. There's also this other gentleman that has a special concussion in his hand. I don't know what that is made of, but each time the okebe masquerade or the onyotoku, that is the masquerade with one leg, wants to come out, or even the ebi, the one with the two human heads and then a sharp knife in his hand, if they want to come out, this gentleman will come with that concussion in his, carrying a small pot with palm fronds, and will be dipping the palm fronds inside the basket, inside the small pot in his hand, and using it to spread water, whatever that concussion is, on the people. So because people don't want that concussion to touch them, they all begin to run away. I don't know what that concussion does or what the spiritual significance of it. I'm not aware. But people are advised not to allow the concussion from inside the pot to touch their body or touch them. I don't know what it's supposed to do to them if the concussion touches them. Is that all you want to do?
I say thank you.
Thank you.